yeah, yeah. And me dice, oh, promesas son nada más que solo palabras, y si no las cumples se van a desvanecer. Algún día volverás tú al lado mío.
But here's the deal. Levi said, I'm going to do it. You watch. A year later, he sent me a video, and his whole business exploded. Brian Moses had it right. The how doesn't matter once you make the decision. And you dream big, and then you figure it out, you put it in the action, and then maybe look out. And man, did Levi Lascsak put in the action. He's got a massive business. Give Levi a big hand, everyone. Texas Cowboy,
Let's go, stand up. All right, let's go, stand up. That's it. Is the mic on? Is the mic on? No music though, please. No music. All right, can y'all hear me okay? I'm making sure the mic works. All right. So look at your neighbor, pick a neighbor, look at your neighbor. And if you're happy to be in CABO right now, say aye. Aye. Okay, let's try that again. Look at your neighbor again. And remember, we're in Mexico, so if you're happy to be in Mexico, say aye, 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 aye. All right, sit down. All right, James runs a tight ship, so I got to get this moving. All right, the theme of this today is just ask. And I want you to write that down, just ask. And that's what we're going to talk about. So first and foremost, though, I wanted to say thank you to our amazing team. You know, they don't get enough credit. They're behind the scenes. I get a lot of the spotlight. And it's just amazing, from Travis, my business partner, to Yaman, Chrissy, Alex, Nick, Carlos, Archie, Gwyneth. There's a massive team behind me that allows me to do what I do, and I just want to thank them. And the funny thing is that it's just amazing. I mean, really, whenever I think about these guys. So there's nothing more important to me than serving God, serving my family, and providing for my family, but also serving and providing for our team. And at the end of every one of our team meetings, and if you don't do this, you should do this too, is I always ask them, is there anything I can do for you? So just be careful about timing, though, because whenever I asked them that last month, they said, hey, can you take us to CABO? And so we brought our whole team to CABO, our whole executive team and their spouses to CABO. And so if you haven't seen us around the resort, that's why we actually rented this 9-bedroom house right on the beach, brought them, their spouses, so we could hang out, ATV riding, horseback riding, deep sea fishing. We're having a great time. Brent, we created our magic moment with our team here, and it's been the best week so far, so that's why we've been a little absent, but it's been absolutely amazing. So I got a good friend, Michael Reese. Anybody know Michael? Say aye. All right, so this is us like in 2001. We actually, he got me started in sales, sold gym memberships at Bally Total Fitness. And I remember when he got licensed in 2002, he's been trying to get me into real estate since 2002, but I never really wanted to be an agent, so kind of blew that off. But the funny thing is that from there, he finally talked me into it 20 years later, all right? During 2020, my financial services business, which I helped teachers at schools with their retirement planning, and it went, school shut down in 2020. So I found myself at 41 years old asking myself, well, how do I start over without starting over? And here comes Michael Reese, 20 years later, we've been friends, and he's like, now's the time to get into real estate, I'm telling you. And I was like, well, I don't really want to be an agent though. And he's like, no, I'm telling you, you'll be great at this. And here's a little recruiting hack for you. Maybe your next best agent on your team is not a real estate agent. You see, Michael knows me, he knows my work ethic, he knows who I am, and so that's why he thought I'd always be great. But I didn't come in to be an agent, I came in to be a business owner. So I started December 2020, same time Travis did, and that means we sold 0 homes in 2020, sold 0 homes in Q1 of 2021. Took us a little bit of time to get ramped up there. But here's what happened. Took about 100 days to get that first deal under contract. closed over 100,000 in commissions the next 100 days. But look at our first year. By the end of our first year, we closed 64 transactions. By the end of our second year, closed 187 transactions. And by the end of our third year, closed 137 homes in the first. Is that good for the first 3 years of business? Yeah, not too bad, right? Now, a lot has happened over the last 3 years, and with that, I mean, the doors have just opened wide. And, you know, Brent told a very small fraction of that story. So, again, think about it. The team just asked, we brought them to CABO. Why not? Now, the thing is that in 2021, January 2021, I met Brent Gove a month after I started real estate, started that channel. I met him in Puerto Rico. Michael Reese talked me into coming into Puerto Rico, hang out for a weekend. I'm at the Ritz-Carlton sitting there with Brent Gove, and then Brent's like, who are you? How are you doing? Tell me about you. What? And I said, well, I'm Levi. I'm getting into real estate, and I'm starting a YouTube channel. And Brent goes, that's cute. He's like, I don't even have YouTube on my phone, you know? He's like, I deleted all social media. So, I'm like, no, I'll get back to you. I'll let you know how it goes, and we'll talk soon, all right? And fast forward, I go to Build 2021. I think that's probably the first real estate conference I ever went to. It had the least expensive ticket and sat in the very back. And Jay Kinder said from stage, the people that tell me they're going to be on this stage are the ones that end up on this stage. And so I posted a story on my Instagram, and I said, nosebleeds this year, on stage next year. That was 2021. Now, Brent releases CABO at Build. Like, you can get tickets for CABO at Build. And I was like, that sounds like a pretty cool conference. We should go to CABO. Well, I'm sitting in the very back there because I didn't know about the doors opening and everybody rushes in here to grab the front row, right? So I'm sitting there in the very, very back, and Brent and Gene are up here on this very stage 2 years ago, almost to this very day. And they said, don't be humble, don't be shy. Tell us, if you want to be on stage, just ask. If you want to be on stage, just ask. And I was standing in the very back, and Brent comes off a stage, and he walks the perimeter, and he comes around, and the next thing I know, Brent's standing next to me. And I haven't talked to him in about 1.5 years. And I said, Brent, I should be on stage at Build. And he goes, okay. He goes, send me a video. I was like, a video? I can do a video. I can send you a video. And so I sent him a video, right? And the next thing is there's this opportunity that came up in Dallas, another conference that the Freemans were putting on, and we attended that. We're like, hey, it's in Dallas. We don't have to travel. Let's go. And Brent had just watched that video. He said, tell me about your success and a little bit about your story. So I sent him like a 10-minute video, and when he saw me, his eyes lit up, and he's like, Levi, oh man, that was a great video. I love that video. And then guess what? A month or two later, I got the call, and he said, you're going to speak at Build 2022. And literally 1 year later, posting that story that I would be on stage, I was on that stage at Build 2022. And all that started, again, 2 years ago here in CABO, just because I asked. Now, what's happened since then? A lot. I mean, a lot of pretty cool accomplishments. I mean, EXP has recognized us as Instructors of the Year. Ryan Serhant wrote the foreword for our book. I mean, all this cool stuff. We got on House Hunters with HGTV. Not quite David Letterman, but hey, that's like the David Letterman for real estate agents, right? HGTV. So we made it on there. And why is that? It's because of a YouTube channel. Again, just simply creating a YouTube channel and actually attracting business to us. Now, here's the deal. I got 15 minutes total. Half of that is gone. I can't teach you YouTube in 15 minutes. So I also thought not every single person is going to implement YouTube. They're just not. So what could I give this audience today that you could take away and implement on Monday in your business? Number one, for production, and number two, for attraction. Would that be okay? Say aye. Aye. All right. And every single person should be able to do this right now. So how many of you have a database of at least 3 years and older? Say aye. Aye. Okay, good. This is the email you're going to send out on Monday. I'm going to give you the exact email that got us 45 clients inside of 1 week. Would anybody like 45 real estate clients in the next week? Okay. Ask. And screenshot. It looks a little blurry. Let me read it to you. Write this down. Subject, your exclusive invitation. Hey, contact first name. Of course, hopefully your CRM will put your person's name in there. Levi here. I'm hosting a live webinar on date of choice. It's going to be all about buying and selling in Dallas, even if you don't know where to start. Or you could change that up even in this crazy market, or even with these super high interest rates, right? You could tweak that a little bit. Would love for you to come and accept my registration or accept my invitation, register here. That's simple. When is the last time that you just asked your database to come forward? Think about that. And what happened? As soon as we sent that out, and remember, our database is only 3 years old. I wasn't in the business before, started from scratch. Register, 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 register. Guess what happened? We had 45 people on a Zoom from our database. And we had a conversation. We had our lender on there, and guess what happened? 60 to 70% of those questions were about interest rates. So guess who got to do a talking for 60 to 70% of the time? Not me. Thank God. All right, no. I mean, it was awesome. We got people on there. It took, we took a little bit. I asked Travis a question. I kind of moderated. I asked Brian, our lender, a question. Got them going. Just had to, you got to make it a little bit more comfortable and safe for people to come forward and ask questions. As soon as they started asking questions, they were all buy now questions. And people are out there right now saying, everybody's sitting on the sideline. Well, guess what? There's a lot of people out there a lot closer to the sideline than you may think. So just ask. Now, how many of you would like 30 plus FLAs at least in the next couple of weeks? Would that be okay? Say aye. All right. When's the last time you've asked your database? Hopefully you have a segmented database between clients and agents. Can I assume that's the case? All right. So we have a separate channel for attraction, 2 completely different audiences. So if you plan to attract and you plan to do this through social or other manners, 2 completely different audiences. So we have 2 completely different channels. Now, when's the last time you just asked your real estate database to join you? So here's the email. Hey, Levi here. Want to join our team at EXP? Speak with my business partner, Travis. On this call, we'll discuss how you can join our EXP team and get all of these benefits. And instead of our benefits, you're going to put your benefits there. So what do you have to offer? What's something unique that you have to provide to real estate agents? What can you teach them? What can you train them on? And here we list it out. And what happened? Partner call, 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 partner call. People booking on our calendar wanting to talk to us because we asked. Just ask. When's the last time you just asked? And guess what? If I show you Travis's calendar, you probably can't see, let me see, is that right down here, these are all the partner calls. Like he takes partner calls in the afternoon, and this is just 1 week. If I showed you the next 2 or 3 weeks, completely booked out. How would you like to have 3 or 4 partner calls a day? Where we're onboarding now 1 person at least per day. And they're not all the best fits. Remember, when you're having a conversation with somebody, is for you to make sure that they're a good fit for you as well. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, that has now brought us on. What are the results of that? We've only been doing this for 2 years. It took us a year to ramp up our production, so we even had some sort of credibility to be able to attract in the first place. And in the last 2 years, we've got all 7 levels open. We've got over 450 now in the organization. And right now, we've onboarded 30 people in the last 60 days, and really probably less than that because we asked. So hopefully everybody got the idea, or at least you got the screenshot. Again, simply ask. And that's what I'm asking you today, is just ask your database. Number 1 for real estate, number 2 on agent attraction, and you'd be surprised how many people come forward as long as you've been staying in touch, you've been delivering value, and you've been building your brand. That's a true attraction model. When you have that going for you, you can just ask. It's that simple. Ask for the business. And so that's what I wanted to leave with you today. And, oh, I guess Mitch is up next, but, so thank you. And by the way, if you found that helpful, say, ah!